The other thing I would say to caregivers is that sometimes the people you're caring for are jerks. I like to think that was never me at all, but it's a lot. And there are times that you do and say things that you actually don't really mean. That you're frustrated, you're frightened, you're scared. You're testing that person a little bit to see how mad they get at you and testing their loyalty. Treatment, it throws you into a spin. I liken it to in the beginning of Ironman triathlons. Literally, you're taking 3,000 people who are all type A's and throwing them in the water at the same time. And when you put people in the water, they do funny things when they're trying to survive. And so it's like being thrown into literally a washing machine. And so it's a really ugly scene. Well, that's like what navigating treatment is. When you're thrown into this, it's like you're thrown into that washing machine and you're just gasping for air and, flailing around and doing your best to survive. And sometimes in that flailing around, you knock somebody else inadvertently. And sometimes that's the person you love the most. And so I always say to families, don't take anything too seriously because we don't necessarily mean it. Some of that is fear. Some of it is, look, the side effects associated with chemo and the things that happen to your body during chemo are very, very unpredictable. There were side effects I had where I'm like, are you kidding me? A spot would show up on my face. By the time I called the doctor and said, what is this? And took a picture of it, it was gone. And so weird things happen to you physically and emotionally as you're navigating this. I've seen folks who are enduring treatment lash out at the people they love. And that's part of the process. And it's easy for me to say to the caregivers out there, you kind of have to suck it up and just blow it off and not take it too seriously. Easier said than done. But I will say we're going through a lot. And sometimes we say things that we that we regret. And particularly for men, you regret it, but you're also a little bit unsure as to how to fix it.
Yes, and it's being able to have grace for yourself and the caregiver having it both ways as well, for understanding that it's really hard to go through any medical process that changes or alters how you respond physically, your emotional state, physical state, your exhaustion. And I think also something that I took from that is where you had the calendar on the wall and you were ticking off and you had the end in sight. Just like when you're talking about the triathlon, you know that it finishes in 5Ks or it finishes in 10Ks and you've just got to put one foot in front of the other. And having different strategies to help regulate your own self in those situations where you feel anxious, like I can't do this anymore, I feel really unwell, this is not fair. I think it's really great to stop for both parties and to love each other in a way that gives you space and time to process what's happening.